Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining. My name is Michael Seitz, and I've recently joined Parallel as the Director of Marketing. I'm thrilled to support Parallel across our marketing functions and excited to be hosting this AMA today. I'm joined by some of the team members of Parallel who will introduce themselves shortly. We're waiting for one more to join.
Great, that's awesome. We are having one more team members to join, Jennifer. I think she is having a little bit issue with the camera.
While we're waiting, anyone who has any questions throughout this presentation, please feel free to submit them. If you see something that you'd like to hear answered, also please feel free to upvote it so that it gets pushed to the top.
Yep, we see a lot of the questions already on the questions and Q&A sections. I guess, should we do a really quick warm-up or intro for our team members and then start to answer some questions while waiting for Jennifer to join?
Yeah, why not? Let's get started.
Cool, it's awesome. Well, maybe I was get started. So this is Yubo, the founder of Parallel Finance. Previously, I was in the crypto space for the last pretty much 5 years, 4.5 years. I've been involved with both blockchain venture fund investments and also being as a developer at Trust Token or TrueFi, one of the under-collateralized lending protocol in the Ethereum space. Before that, I was a serial entrepreneur, starting a couple companies. So quick background here. Super thrilled to say hi to the community today.
Awesome. Hey everyone, I'm Helen. I'm the product manager at Parallel Finance. Similarly, also been in the crypto space for the last couple of years, and I'm the one who's been, going through all your feedback, and I work on product strategy and execution. So really excited to be here with you all and happy to take any questions later on.
Hi everyone, this is Kenny here. I am the product designer at Parallel. So I am responsible for all the marketing stuff and the UI UX of the product. And also been talking to some of you through Telegram and Discord as well. This is my first crypto job, so hopefully I'm doing okay. Before that, I was at other tech companies.
Yeah, and I'll share a little bit about my background while we're waiting. So previous to Parallel, I worked at Crypto.com as the PR and events manager. And before that, I was at Dash as the marketing manager. I've been a big fan of crypto and a user of crypto since 2013. So happy to be here.
Awesome.
We could probably, while we're waiting, just answer a few questions, I think.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Let's start with one for Yubo. Yubo, as you know, the Polkadot Parachain auctions are coming up in the next couple of weeks. Could you briefly explain how an auction will work?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Polkadot auction is going to start at November 11th. The crowdloan process will start anytime after November 4th, which is pretty much tomorrow. All of the team projects, so parachains, have to register on the Polkadot relay chain in order to have receive the crowdloan contributions. And so essentially what happened is that the user have to lock up their dot for the lease period. And I think most of the projects choose 2 years, technically 96 weeks. And so whoever parachains has the highest amounts of votes would win one of the slot, and then the users will be able to get rewards on top of the based on the rules that the parachain teams supported. And then at the end of the leasing period, you can get all of the dot back from the relay chain.
Awesome.
Yep.
And when does it start, and what will the reward be, and how can people participate? And skip anything that you already answered. It's, two-part question.
Yeah, Ellen, do you want to take that question?
Yeah, so definitely excited to announce one of our product launches with the auction loan, but essentially the official Polkadot parachain auction starts on November 11th. However, with our new product, you can actually start contributing early. The way it will work is that we're going to release our site for and allow people to start contributing on crowdloan.parallel.fi. So right now, our product will have a slot for the Kusama auctions, and then tomorrow we'll be starting it for Polkadot. So currently, between this time, users can come to our site. They would be able to contribute, but then there's also a bunch of other features that they could also check on the site as well, including rewards and contribution history. So tomorrow's the day to watch out for. We'll be putting out announcements as soon as that's ready to go. So we're really excited, and we hope you're excited.
Awesome. Yubo, how long will the vesting be, and how will it work?
The vesting will be 2 years or 96 weeks for the dot itself. And then using our platform, you are able to receive a liquid dot crowd loan dot called C dots. And so user can actually use it as a collateral to borrow additional capital. We had a video. I actually made a video yesterday night. We can play that today, and then explain a lot of the technical details of how that works and how the pricing works.
Okay.
I see there's a question on top, right, talking about C dot and X dot. So I can hop on that. So basically, C dot is the crowd loan dots where it has the intrinsic value of 1 dot. However, the price can be different based on the interest rate. And X dot is our staking derivative token, where it behaves like a sort of an equity holding, where you have a share of the staking pool. And since we stake all of the dots to a specific validators in this space, the staking pool would receive additional staking rewards. It's probably going to be 12 to 14% annualized. And then so X dot price or value, intrinsic value, would appreciate over time against dot. So at the beginning, it will be 1-to-1, but over a period of time, it will equals to 1 X dot might be equals to, let's say, 1.12 dots at the end of the year 2, and then 1.24, 1.25 dot at the end of the year 2. So this is kind of the different points of those two tokens. However, those two tokens that always be used as a collateral into the money market, so you can borrow additional capital to restake or contribute more to the crowd loan itself.
Amazing. Do you want to pull another one from the Ask the Audience section? I think that'd be great. Maybe is it considered contributing to the parallel auction for Polkadot if I contribute to the S-Star auction through Parallel? What is the expected APY for Liquid Dot?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we officially work with Asta in that if you contribute early to our platform, you get additional Asta's rewards based on the time that you contribute. We also provide this liquid staking, the sort of a mining or farming opportunity after Asta enables their farming opportunity. And then through the multi-sig that we have, we can enable this sort of farming and provide additional returns for all of the users if you choose to do it. Regarding the specific APY for liquid dots, right? So you would receive 1-to-1 C dot after we launch our platform. So if you contribute 100 dot, you got 100 C dot dash Asta. And then supposedly the amount won't change, right? So you always have the 100 C dot Asta at the end, and then you'll be holding that for the rest of pretty much 96 weeks, and then eventually get your dot back. So the point here is not to get APYs on top of C dot, but get liquidity on top of it, which we have a video to explain. However, we might be able to through the governance vote, right, we might be able to provide additional potential APYs on top of C dot. This is something that we are sort of discussing internally. So yeah, hope that answered the question. And then later on, I saw the comments here saying that I'm curious if we go through Parallel to support Asta, if that means we also are voting to contributing to Parallel at the same time. So when you use our platform to contribute to Asta, the money didn't go to our own crowdloan, right? It just go through our platform and then invest or crowdloan and supported their crowdloan. However, it helped us increase our total value locked, but it also helped the user get liquidity post contributions. 2 years is a long time. Having liquidity in between is a good thing to have. And then you're getting additional bonuses from us and stuff. So that's kind of the idea here.
Yeah, so just wanted to reiterate the point there. When you're locking your asset in your contributions for the crowd loans and the project wins, the asset is basically locked up for the duration of the lease period, which could be up to a maximum of 2 years. And that's a really long time in between. So by having these C dots, you can stay liquid and you could deploy that into your other investment strategies that you have on our platform. And that allows you to able to do more with your assets there.
Yeah. I also see there's a similar question on top. So will we still be able to use vested or locked Asta for dApp staking as explained in the crowdcast? So this is something that we are working on technically. So we wanted to make sure that through our platform, you can do farming, you can do staking, you can cast votes, just as if you are using Asta's platform. So it's just a proxy to go through, but then we make it sort of the UI UX a little bit simple. So we are definitely going to enable this function whenever Asta is ready. And because we had a sort of a multi-sig strategy before the parallel launch, we can actually enable those actions by the votes of the multi-sig. After parallel launch, we want to have a ceremony to transfer all of the multi-sig sort of control powers back to the parallel, so everything will be completely centralized. So yeah, that's kind of my answer to the question. And eventually, we are designing sort of a UI that enables people to do all of those actions, including farming, including voting, and things like that.
It looks like we're not going to be able to have Jennifer join everyone. Sorry for the inconvenience, but she's listening and she's in the chat, so she is still here. We'll continue with the questions though. Let's see. This question, any of you can answer, but will our users receive the 20% bonus if they contribute to the Astar crowd loan on Parallel?
Yes, so users are eligible to receive all of the Astar's rewards, and then they will receive additional up to 6% rewards based on the time. So contributing through our platform does not exclude the rewards, but it only increases the base rewards on top of their reward mechanisms. So we sort of become this aggregator of voter to get all votes together and then get additional bonuses.
Yeah, and just to give a little more details about the Astar bonus there, in addition to the base reward, you'll get up to 6%. So it's a time-based system, basically from the start of the crowd loan up until November 16th, you can get up to a 6% bonus. And then that decreases to 4% from the 19th to the 25th. And afterwards, it will be 2% from the 26th to the 2nd. So definitely, if you have big dots, take it as soon as possible and contribute early.
Awesome. And it looks like Jennifer was able to join. So
Hello,
Jennifer, if you give a quick intro, go for it.
Yeah, hello guys. I'm a part of the Parallel marketing team. Yeah, so very glad to talk with you guys today and to answer all the questions. Yeah, I've been seeing many good high quality questions into there.
Yeah, Jennifer, if you want to take one, I've got one ready for you. How do we move our dot to parallel chain and our dot are on Polkadot chain? Is the question.
Actually, we don't need to move your dot to any website. You just need to connect to wallet on our website. That's the only thing you need to do.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's very easy. Yeah.
Hey, Yubo, do you mind talking a little bit about safety of DOT? Had some people voice questions about that. What do you think about that related to, I don't know, multi-sig maybe?
Yeah. So for that, I have to share screen. Although, it is part of the video.
Huh.
Was.
Someone just asked about Heiko's private sale. Can we talk about that? Anyone can jump in on that. I saw that in chat. It's kind of interesting.
So we are still sort of actively discussing these issues internally regarding how we wanted to provide additional benefits to the first 1,000 Kusama contributors. So private sale or public sale is one of the private and public sale is one of the options that we are talking about, and then it does seem like there are some pros and cons regarding if we can do it for public sale. We see some other community and then some positive feedbacks and negative feedback, so we're still trying to figure that out. But no matter how we going to do it, we will make sure that the result is comfortable for everyone, and then that will be a good sort of feedback to this question. And feel free to jump on to answer the question as well.
Cool. Kenny, how about one for you? Our community has frequently mentioned the quality of our designs on the platform. Do you mind saying a few words about how you thought through a new product like Auction Loan, and maybe a bit about your process?
Yeah, absolutely. So, our company mission is to bring DeFi to 1 billion people. So our product has to be super simple. So if you have used Polkadot.js to contribute before, the process is kind of complicated. You don't know where to click and things like that. On our platform, it's like a very simple process, just like 2 click, and you can see how much reward you're getting. Another pain point people have is like when they contribute to multiple projects, they have to keep track of their different rewards and bonus and go to different places to claim. But on our platform, you can see all your reward in one page and claim all of them. So it's very convenient for people. Another consideration when we design a product is to try to help people understand the entire auction or process easily within the product. So, for example, a few days ago, many people asked about like multi-sig. Like people still asking, but we just added a helpful tip within the product to tell you about the process, so people don't have to like always go to the chat. So like kind of do so much due diligence before they invest. Of course, you should still do your due diligence. Another thing we're thinking about, and more to come on this one, is to how we can make the experience more fun and kind of gamify it. But we'll have more to come on this one.
Yeah, we'll definitely be open to feedback on all of our social channels and sending out a survey. And, we'd love to hear all your feedback on this initial version. Definitely going forward on the product side, we're continually iterating on our products and making sure that you guys have the best and simplest and the most elegant platform to do whatever you need for the crowd loan contributions. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, Jennifer, are there any partners currently working with Parallel on Auction Loan?
Yeah, actually, we have many great partnerships these days. Just we already announced that London Tree is rewarding up to 10% to the users who contributed to their crowd loan on our platform, our Auction Loan product. And we have Asta, who is rewarding up to 6% to the users who contributed through our auction loan product. And actually today we're going to announce Manta Network to other partners, as they're not only the partners like some others, they just use our product as the main platform for the users to contribute to their car loan. So which is very exciting. Yeah, we may need to a few hours just to release it. Yeah.
Very cool.
And also, we also have many other partnerships which are proceeding. Just wait for the surprise. Yeah.
Can't wait. Can't wait to share.
Yeah, there are a lot of surprises coming up. We had, I think Jennifer had connected with a lot of other first batch projects and a lot of great progress yesterday.
Yeah.
Do we see any others in the questions and answers section that any of you think are worth talking about?
The quick question. So let's say I contributed $100 for a Kala and entitled for 100 C dot. Can I stake the whole 100 C dot into money markets, or can I claim C dot linearly? So you can stake all of the C dots. Sorry, not stake, but supply all of the C dots to the money markets at the beginning, and you can also you cannot linearly claim C dot because C dot will be just given to you at the beginning. So if you contribute 1,000 dot, you get 1,000 C dot on day one, and then you can use that. You can transfer to someone else. When you transfer your C dot to someone else, or you sort of potentially sell it, it doesn't affect the fact that you are still receiving the Kala's rewards. It's a separate thing. So for the crowd loan contributions, the receiver of C dots is separated then by the receiver of the project token. So even if you transfer to someone else, you're still entitled to get these vested project token rewards over time. And yeah.
You can keep going if you had more to add.
I was going to try to share a little bit like what it looked like to the user. So let me actually share quick stuff. What happened is that the user are able to receive. So this is going to be what will it look like in the money market. So people can actually supply all different kinds of C tokens into our money markets to be used as a collateral and borrow asset if you want. And also in our finalized products, if user go to the reward page, basically they can actually see the specific project tokens that they are entitled to get. Those are just examples, right? You can see that what is the base reward, what is the parallel bonuses, what is the referral bonuses, and what is the total vested sort of period. And then you can see those are sort of the C tokens on your on your through inside of your wallets. And then when will be the unlock date, right? So if the parent won the auction, then you can only unlock the whole 5 C dots at the end of the unlock day. Then this is just example here. So want to just sort of add on to this question.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I see an interesting one in the chat. How will the reserve fund be replenished after use? How will funds be raised for the next crowd loans? When will the lease of the current slots end?
So I can jump on that. So basically, it will be a 96 weeks list, and then we have to renew the slot before the end of 96 weeks. So we have to do another crowd loan or another auction, and we will have a decent size of reserve funds through sort of the transaction fees that we charge, and then through the protocol fees on the whatever protocols Ethereum will charge. Right now it's pretty much close to zero. So those are the fees that will be used to ensure that the platform is safe, right? So mainly used for insurance, but also we can use through the governance voting, we can use those funds to participate in the second crowd loan if this is something we want to do.
Awesome.
Yes, so I saw that many people are asking that when can C dot be liquid? So I think you can explain more about that.
So C dot will be liquid they post parallel launch. So we have to go through, although it takes some time, maybe taking a few weeks until you actually receiving all the CDOT, because we have to go through this launching process and then make sure that the platform is stabilized, the network is stabilized. But post all of that, all the CDOTs will be hitting your accounts, and then you just see your balance. You just see your CDOT balance in your overview page, and so you can use it and transfer to do whatever you want.
Yes. So we confirmed that for CDOT, we have no vesting period. You just get it instantly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hey, Helen, let's talk about something a little bit more for somebody newer. How can I enter Parallel's crowd loan?
Oh, through several ways, actually. So the first, I would encourage all of you to go through Parallel's platform, the auction loan product, crowdloan.parallel.fi, starting tomorrow. As I mentioned before, we'll be having announcements for when that's going to officially begin. So that's one. The reason you should go through that is because you'll get, the base reward is higher, 1 dot per 33 Pera, in addition to other bonuses that we're also offering with other projects as well. So the first is through our own website. The second place to contribute is through Polka.js. So that one will officially start on November 11th. At that point, we will have instructions published on our website, so you can have a step-by-step guide on how to do it. But essentially, through the Polka.js portal, that's another way to contribute. But the base reward there would be 1.225 Pera. So we highly encourage you all to come through to Parallel's platform. The third option is actually to contribute through Binance. So through Binance's platform, you will also be able to support us on our crowd loan there. So 3 ways to do it.
Amazing. While we're at it, actually, never mind, I'll skip that one for now. I see a couple of good ones in the chat if anybody wants to grab any of those.
I think one very common question people ask is if they contribute to one project and then, let's say Parallel didn't get a slot in the first auction, what would happen? So I think we can confirm that, like, when you contribute to other project, no matter if Parallel get a slot or not, you still get your rewards from the other projects. The only thing that you may not get is the Pera bonus, the Pera token bonus, because we have to wait to get the slot to issue that. But for the reward for other project, you will get it.
Yes, but if we contribute to other parachain, to other crowd loan, if we won't win the first batch of the auction, you just won't get the Pera token in the first batch. But when we win a slot and when we launch our parachain, you still will get your Pera token as the rewards.
Correct. So even if we don't get a slot for the first batch, we would eventually get a slot.
Yeah.
I think we are much more likely to get it in second slot if that is the case. And then all of the contribution will still be counted. And then whenever we launch, the C token will be credited to your account. So don't worry if we don't get it, because the multi-sig members will keep that funds and then until we launch the projects and transfer the ownership. That's kind of how that works.
Awesome. Yeah, I see that. The CDOT question has been asked a couple of times in the chat, so that should solve that for you, Alex. Awesome.
Yeah, and I guess just to quickly add on to it, through Parallel's auction loan product, we have the My Rewards page, which is where you can see all your CDOT amounts for the winning projects. And as we mentioned earlier, CDOT can be claimed after the max lease period, or it could be used in other products on the Parallel platform. So basically, after the 2-year, if that's the bid for the winning project, then you will be able to claim it back with the CDOTs for your original contribution. So your original principal is always going to be guaranteed to be returned to you.
Awesome. Let's see a good question from Ash about rewards. Will the amount of Pera reward change depending on how much is contributed, or is it 33 Pera regardless of if you reach the max cap or not?
So the base reward.
If it's for Parallel crowd loan, then you get your fixed rate of the rewards. But besides of the fixed rate of rewards, you still will get your like early bird bonus and referral bonus. But for the other projects, you will get 4 Pera tokens for 1 dot contribute. So you can just calculate it. Yeah.
Yep. So base reward on Parallel is 1.233 Pera, and then all the other extra bonuses that you will get by contributing on the platform. So that's the base per dot contribution.
People are also asking if if they contribute to Akala specifically, are they gonna get LC dot? Maybe you can confirm.
Yeah. So there are 2 ways to contribute to Akala. One is the liquid LC dot mechanism, where we contribute to their multisig, and then the user receive the LC dot on our platform. The other option is essentially contribute to their direct crowd loans, and then people receive C dots. So on the product side, we are actually trying to provide a contingency plan where go into our products, and then you can see 2 options, and you can select which option you want to go. You want to do the Akala's normal contributions, or you want to do the Akala's sort of liquid crowd loan solutions. And either ways, we are able to provide the sort of our wrapped version of dot token or LC dot token. And then if LC dot enables liquidity mining on their platform, we are also able to provide liquidity mining through our platform. So people just sort of click on I want to do liquidity mining, then boom, you got the liquidity mining rewards from their chain, and then you can claim if you want through the XDM transaction.
Excellent. Well, I like this question. How do I use my referral code for bonuses for other projects if I contribute via Parallel?
Yeah, so I can quickly explain that. We are announcing a 10% referral bonus for all of the contributors on our platform, and the 10% will be split between referrers and referees. Users are able to receive both Parallel's 10% bonus, meaning that you can receive 10% on top of 33 Pera and split between 2 different projects. And if you refer someone else to contribute to other projects, any other projects, you receive 10% additional, or 5 plus 5% additional bonuses on top of the 4 Pera token per dot. So the 10% apply for every project, and you can go ahead and copy the referral code. Obviously, first you need to connect to your wallet, and then copy the referral code, and then put a referral link into here, and then to all other projects you get a referral bonuses on top. It's kind of the idea here.
Awesome. Craig is asking if we will essentially mirror all the features of a Kala platform. Oleg said, no, not a mirror, not even close. We might have already answered that.
Yes, so I think I can explain a little bit about that question. Yeah,
Sure.
So because I have been asking about what's the difference between us and Akala so many times. Yeah. So if you look our website, you will know that we have some special design in our product which is no other projects that they have already have that. So just for example, the auction loan product and like margin staking and like stability pool and like all the other designs that we are building the DeFi parachain along with Akala and Bifrost and all other projects, but we just have different product design and innovative product design. So you can learn us more about that, and we will like produce some content about our unique product, and you guys can just follow our Twitter and website and Medium to just read these articles.
Yeah, and in light of the parachain auctions coming up, right, I want to point out that Parallel's auction loan platform is the first of its kind in the Polkadot ecosystem, right? There's actually no other product out there, no other project out there that's created something like this. We're essentially streamlining the whole flow of being able to contribute to these crowd loans all in one place. So if you come onto Parallel's platform, you can contribute on both Kusamas and Polkadot slots that are active but also be able to check all the historical data without having to check across different websites or through other data providers, right? You come onto our site, you can contribute, you can see your rewards, you can claim, and also see all your contribution data. This is something that's the first of its kind that we released this week, and it's already live for the Kusama slots that are active. And tomorrow we'll be beginning with the dot slots. So we're definitely a huge differentiator already with this week's launch.
Yeah, so the main two features of our auctional product, the one is that you can get the most bonus in crowdloan. Actually, that's the thing that you should think about it, because if you are going to take part in our crowdloan, and it's no harm to get more bonus, right? So the second is you can get C dot as a liquid asset, so you can use it in our money market and in our EMM in the future. Because your DOT, if you contribute from the Polkadot.js, your DOT will be locked for 2 years and with nothing, and you will take the risk 100%. So you need to find out your liquid solution to use your DOT in these 2 years. So that's what we bring up C dot.
Okay, Driss has a question about security and smart contracts. How secure are the Parallel smart contracts? If I invest through Parallel for other auctions, am I putting all my eggs in the Parallel basket? What audits have been done? Oh, just move. Sorry. It just got uploaded, I think. It's a move title. Here we go. What audits have been done on the Parallel smart contracts?
So we're working with a couple of auditing firms. So like we had already published auditing reports from Flowmist, and then the Helborn auditing reports will be here like sometimes this month. We're also working with one of the top auditor, Trial of Bits, starting Q1 2021, and we have a lot of big secure auditors lining out, like Quantstamp and a few others is in the process of getting audited. And then so particularly for the Polkadot crowdloan, I wanted to explain how that works. So before the Parachain auction, Parachain launch, the money won't directly go to our Parachain because we haven't launched our Parachain yet, right? So the way that we solve it is having this multi-sig structures. So currently we have 12 multi-sig numbers in total. 7 is the threshold. We may increase to 9. And then we have people from top ecosystem companies joining us as a multi-sig holders, right? So we have the head of Parity, head of Asia, joining us as one of the key members. We have people from Web3 foundations. We have the founders of a lot of the Parachains and some, large community group holding the keys. So basically, contributors contribute through our front end to the Parallel multisig, and then we use something called a auction proxy accounts that is held by a auction server that will automatically transfer all of the incoming contributions to the relay chain. So what happened is that the proxy account, the auction proxy account, can only do auction contributions. It cannot transfer any of the funds. So the funds are extremely safe. And then post Parallel launch, once we have the Parachain, we will transfer the multisig ownership back to the Parachain itself, so that it go back to the complete decentralized mode. That's kind of the contingency plan. How do we design a system where we enable early contributions before we won a slot and launch our network? And then that multisig will be used for the first slot, and then the first auction, and then the second auction for Polkadot.
Great.
And this is part of the video.
Yeah, I was just going to say we have a video at the end that's going to explain a decent amount of information related to multi-sig and some other pieces. I think we can actually, probably about all the time we have, we could probably do like one more if anybody sees something super strong, or 1 or 2 more at the most. Okay. Anybody got any big ones they see?
Someone is asking that who are the multi-sig members. I think you both can introduce.
For the multi-sig members? Okay,
yeah.
Let me share again. Okay, so currently we have the head of Asia of Parity Technology. We have 4 members from Parallel, and we have the Web3 Foundation, Chinwen from Web3 Foundation. We have Sota from Asta Network, and we have Kenny, the founder of Menta Network. We have the founder of LearnTree, and then we have founder of Kill, and the founder of Subcuri Network, and then also Mr. Block. So that's the current multi-sig member constitution.
Yeah, you can trade CDOT into different token pairs as long as someone is providing the liquidity, and so you can trade it into different tokens.
Awesome. All right, I think that's all the time we really have. So I'm going to queue up the video, which is going to cover referral bonus, multi-sig, CDOT, and a little bit about our timeline. So, thanks everyone for joining, and thank you to the team for answering all these questions. That was great. Really enjoyed it. All right,
yeah.
Here we go.
We're really happy to talk with our community members in person.
And team, if you guys want to mute for the video, and probably turn off your video too, your video streams also, so that they can fully see the picture. All right. And chat, please let me know if you can't hear it or anything like that.
Hey, hello everyone. This is Yubo from Parallel Finance. Today we're going to go over a couple ideas about referral bonus, multi-sig members, CDOT, and the next steps. Starting with referral bonus, I'm super proud to announce that we are providing 10% referral bonus for all of the contributors on our platform. You're going to use this sort of one single referral code to get 10%, up to 10% referral bonus that is split between referrers and referees. Notice that the bonus are eligible for both Parallel's contribution. You go to our page and then copy the referral link and play around with that. And you can use the same link to contribute, to earn additional 10% referral bonus on top of the Parallel 4 Pera token per dot additional bonuses. So that's kind of how the plan works. So no matter what projects you contribute, you get 10% bonus from our side. Second of all, we're going to announce the multi-sig members. We are having 12 multi-sig members from top-tier ecosystem projects and ecosystem players in the Polkadot space. And then notice that the threshold is 7, and then Parallel only hold 4 keys. The reason we do that is because we want to make sure that the multi-sig is sufficiently decentralized, and also we can ensure this premium securities. And so here's how that works. The multi-sig will be this sort of contingency plan where the contributors through our front ends contribute to the multi-sig. We run a proxy account inside of the auction server bots that will monitor all of the transactions on chain and then transfer these specific contributions to the relay chain, to the projects that you like. So remember, this process is automated, and then it will be just as seamless as you directly contribute to Polkadot.js. So let me quickly recap on the partner bonuses that you can get through our platform. Asta Network and the LearnTree Network provide time-based rewards. So if you contribute within a specific time period, you would get additional 6% for Asta, for example, bonuses from them, and 4 Pera token per dot contributions. And remember, the reward decrease when you contribute over a different time. Same thing for LearnTree. So for Moonbeam, we are still in the process of technical integrations, and it's likely that we will ask for additional Ethereum address and to answer some questionnaires to be compliant with the Moonbeam crowdloan rules. So let's quickly talk about some of the DeFi integrations that we can run. First, let's start with yield aggregation. Parallel aim to build a yearn for Polkadot so that users can use our use our parachain as the sort of the farming pools to earn additional staking rewards through different multi-chains. So it's sort of like a cross-chain reward farming aggregator. So a lot of community members asked us about what happened to my locked Asta token. Well, for us, you can actually use our pellets to directly, generate yield on Asta network, and we plan to do that as soon as Asta network launch, and enables this liquidity mining mechanisms. And then through the multi-sig, we're going to vote and then start to do mining on behalf of the users, and the user can earn additional rewards on top of our platform. And then, so the idea here is to become yearn for Polkadot, and then through sort of this simple UI design, we can provide this sort of simple one-click solutions, but at the same time maximize your yield. Eventually, we wanted to provide this permissionless ability to create any strategy, any pools that you want. Okay, so money markets. Money market will be an essential components of parallel finance protocol. And post money market launch, we are going to support all of the CDOT tokens that you receive through the crowdloan contributions, and you can use it as a collateral to borrow additional capital. And then we will have AMM so that people can trade the tokens on our platform after our parachain launch and after you receiving all of the tokens. So last topic, last but not least, what is CDOT? CDOT is essentially the certificate of crowdloan contribution, and then users are able to redeem their CDOT one-to-one at the end of the leasing period. For example, 96 weeks, then you got all of the DOT back. And then giving hypothetical examples here, if this is the sequence of winning, then each CDOT token would have a different unlocking date. So let's talk about the price of CDOTs. A lot of people ask me about this question. So first of all, the intrinsic value of CDOT always equals to 1 dot because of the fact that it is guaranteed to be returned by the relay chain. So the intrinsic value is always 1. However, the trading price of CDOT behaves similar to a zero coupon bond, whereas the price equals to the face value divided by 1 plus interest rate to the specific time period. Right? In these examples, I use 0.85 dot as an example. So on day 1, maybe one CDOT was 0.85 dot, but over time it would be converging back to 1. So 1 CDOT equals to 1 dot at the end of the leasing period. So how does it actually, work? And let me give an example first. Let's assume that the interest rate of DOT is 5%. And then starting today, you got a CDOT in November, sometimes in November. Then the CDOT price, based on the calculation on the previous slides, then it should be equal to around 0.91 dots. However, if the interest rate is 10% or 15%, then the dots, the CDOT price against DOT might be a little bit lower. However, just be noticed that if our interest rate on the money market is over 15%, a lot of people are going to unstake their DOT to take that arbitrage opportunity. So that would actually give more pressure to push down the interest rate to a more equilibrium eventually. So I would assume that it could be in the range, but no one knows exactly what the price will be at that time. Also, if you look at specific dates, right? So the closer you are getting to the end of the leasing period, the higher the price is. So what else can you do with CDOT? First of all, you can get your DOT back immediately, which I'm going to explain how that works. We have a lot of innovations on top. And then second of all, CDOT can be used as a collateral, which I just mentioned about in the money market itself. And then potentially we can do other things, maybe farming. So let's talk about how to get liquidity from CDOTs. Many people think about selling CDOT through AMM. I really don't think this is going to be efficient, because of the fact that the LPs of AMMs have to take a lot of impermanent loss when they hold half in CDOT, half in DOTs. And we really love the ideas of clearinghouse, which we are actually working on it to provide more, and we will provide more details pretty soon. So here's how the clearinghouse works. You, as the user, put the CDOT, let's say 100 CDOT, into the clearinghouse. And then the user pay interest payment for 2 years. In this example, the money market interest rate of DOT equals to 5%. So 2 years interest payment equals to 10 dots in this hypothetical example. So after the user paid interest payments and then pay the whole 100 CDOT to the clearinghouse is going to borrow money from the money markets, and user got 100 dots. Notice that user can actually go away with that 100 dot. They don't have to do anything. They don't have to worry about how to pay back, because everything will be handled by the clearinghouse. So fast forward, after 2 years, the clearinghouse is going to receive 100 dot, because the 100 C dot will be sort of redeemed at the end of the day. And then the clearinghouse repay the loan, and at the same time, because the fact that the clearinghouse received interest payment for the full 2 years, it will be constantly paying back the loan. So everything will be all clear. That's kind of how we enables liquidity for user to get early liquidity of dots through C dots without using the AMM itself. Because when you use AMM itself, it really depends on the liquidity, the LPs of this platform. And I suspect that because of the impermanent loss and because of the segregation of liquidity, there are many C dots. I don't think liquidity is going to be good. But clearinghouse taking liquidity out of the money markets, and whoever use this mechanism, the money market's going to have more dot being borrowed, meaning that the interest will go up, and then that's going to attract more people to lend back to the money market to push down the interest rate. So this is a much easier and much more liquid way to provide liquidity for C dot holders. And then we're working on a post parallel launch. Hopefully, after a period of development times, we are going to make this product a really good sort of protocols for all of the C dot holders. So let's try something new, and then let's build Polkadot ecosystem together. Our community has been really active and really loving our products, and we see a lot of positive feedback in the recent couple of days after we sort of announced the product itself. And we also estimate that the whole parallel platform grow as we have more people using our platform as the first choice of crowdloan contributions. And then our crowdloan contributions, where like the TVL breakdown can be coming from both crowdloans, money market staking, and AMMs, which I will make some more videos to explain the projection of our platform growth next time. And then still, our mission is always try to bring DeFi to 1 billion people for true financial inclusion and diversity. And what can you do for the next step? Obviously, use our platform, and then start to refer your friends to get involved with our parallel bonuses. And then one more thing before we end the video is about the timeline. So technically, the auction registration, the crowdloan registration started at November 4th. So whenever our projects or any other parachain register and enables the crowdloan contributions, then our platform can be able to support. So I cannot put a specific date around here, but I would assume that it will be around November 4th. Sorry, this is a little bit error here. So thank you. That's everything. We're looking forward to hear some feedback, and then let's build Polkadot ecosystem together.
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for joining. We are going to do this format most likely on a weekly basis because there are so many questions that we want to address. Also, I still see questions rolling in, which is incredible. Please feel free to send them to us via Twitter, Telegram, Discord, any of our channels. We are listening and we want to answer your questions. So thanks again for attending. Thanks to the team for joining, and have a great day. Bye, everyone.